off off we go again. End of the last one. I think we'd finished the two overall arches, haven't we? The two overall domes over the tracks and the two buildings that went by the side of it, and we said we were going to start on the third, the big one. The is designated A in the build. So it's actually the entrance hall, clock tower, booking office, building. So we've made a start on it. It's a big build, not physically big, but mentally. It's actually quite a lot of work. It's intense, but not, it's not a huge building. Not when you put them all together there, it's big. But here it is so far. Okay, this is what we've got so far. Okay. This is kind of like the bare bones of the building. And that is, if you just bear with me, it's just under 10 inches. All right. 10 by 4.5. That's what size it is. It's got a fair few windows in it. It's got 8 on that side, plus the door. It's got 4 on that side, that's 12. 1 on each end. Sorry, you didn't see that, didn't you? Well, 1 on each end. That's 14 in total. That's a fair few windows now. It takes a long time to cut those out, stick them onto the plastic. Right, as you can see, possibly, as you can see, the walls are made up of quite a few different sections. Okay, there's if we just look at the end here, they're the same. All 4 walls are the same, apart from this one here. I'll just describe that one in a minute. But there's a big outside. Okay, 2mm covered in the brick paper, or whatever paper you've chosen. Okay. I don't know whether this is available in anything other than brick. I think it is. I think it's available in stone and whatever. So you choose that when you actually buy the download. Okay, you can choose what finish you want. Anyway, so you've got the one big one on the outside. Okay, then on the inside you have this blue one here. Okay, and underneath it you've got a cream one. Right. So that's another 2 bits which are stuck onto the outside bit, so that gives you a 4mm thick wall. And between the two you have the floor. Okay, so the floor comes out and touches the outside wall, but the inside wall, there's a bit goes up and comes down, and the wall, the floor and ceiling, which are 2 bits of 1mm, so total 2mm thick. That's this bit here is sandwiched between the two and glued. Okay, so it fits into the slot between the upper and lower inside walls. There's fireplaces. Okay, here, and also these things at the end, which you've still got the flaps, which you haven't glued down, have you? Yet. I'm not quite sure when they glue them down, so I'm following the instructions. It's different. It's different. This particular build is different from his other ones. in so much as the inside and outside walls are exactly the same length as each other. Okay, so when you fit them together, they're flush. The inside and outside walls are flush. So it struck me a bit when I did it, because it was easy before on the buildings that I built before from Scalescenes. The inside wall was slightly less wide than the outside wall. Okay, so it had a kind of lips at the end, and that fitted into the equal and opposite lips on the wall that was adjacent to it. You glued them together, so it was obvious which way round they went. It would look odd and it wouldn't fit, other than the way it was meant to be. Here you've got 4 walls, okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the inside wall on this bit is exactly the same width as the outside. Same here, same on this side and same there. So if you think about it, you can put the walls together. If this is an outside wall and this is the end wall, you can either fit the end wall up that way, or you can fit the end wall that way. In the previous builds that I've done, it was obvious. This one is not. So make absolutely certain before you glue the walls together that you've got them the right way. Otherwise the floor's not going to fit, is it? Floor, ceiling, well, the whole thing is not going to fit together. But you can inadvertently glue them wrong. And the other thing you have to watch out for on this is there's a gap. Can you see that gap? There. Alright, there's an equal and opposite one on the other side. There's a gap. There's a gap there. That you are given 2 bits of interior upper, first floor wall, okay, and that fits inside. Let me just make sure it's going that right way. Fits inside, okay, at the back of the building. Fits there. Alright. Where are we? Okay, fits there. So what you've got to be aware of is that this end fits into that gap that I've shown you, okay? Don't test fit it and think it's too long, which it would be. If it didn't fit into the gap, it would be too long. But it's got to be pushed into that gap that I've showed you, so that all the walls at the end are flush with each other, okay? You don't get a gap. You get this end and that filling up the gap. Yeah, like that, fits like that, and then fits pushed in up to the this interior bit there. Alright, that's how that goes. Seems a bit of a faff, but it's okay. This is why I say you have to keep following the instructions. I enjoy building these. It's part of the hobby that appeals to me. I was watching DVD, online DVD thing that came with the British Railway Modelling magazine. There's a guy in there called Phil Parker, who's a nice bloke, and I caught him saying that what he enjoys was actually modelling. Okay, so he models his railway, his buildings and the landscape and everything like this. When it actually comes to switching the controller on and putting trains out and all the rest of it, you know, leave that somebody else. That's not part of the hobby that he likes. And there's different bits of the hobby, isn't there, that appeal to different people. The electronics, the control systems appeal to some. Signalling appeals to others. Collecting trains, collecting engines, collecting trucks, collecting whatever appeals to other people. Doing reviews appeals to some people. They could never. I used to belong to a model aircraft club here in France. I don't anymore. Well, they could never ever understand why I enjoyed building model aircraft from scratch. Not a box, not a carton full of bits of pieces, just from plans. Okay. That's what I enjoyed doing. When it came to flying them, I just let somebody else fly it. They could never understand why I wouldn't go out and pay a couple of hundred, couple of thousand in some cases for a box and with a plastic plane in it built in China that I could just take out the day after it arrived and fly it. They couldn't understand why I didn't do that. But you have to understand it. Well, perhaps you do understand. Different parts of the hobby appeal to different people, and this is what appeals to me. That's probably why I don't get very many viewers on it. Occasionally you see a train going round, don't you? Occasionally. I think we'd probably get back up there soon. The cat. I'm busy building, I said before, a gate to stop the cats from flying up there. They went up there and they sat on the canal. Well, they did something to the canal. So I'm going to have to finish off building the gate, stop them from going up there. Otherwise all my work, which I do, will be for cats' enjoyment and not for mine. So anyway, we'll get on. I think the next bit is to actually build because there's a tower. There's a tower that goes on here. Okay, a big tower with a cupola on top and a clock and yeah. That's going to probably take me another 2 weeks to build that. So anyway, love you and leave you. I've still got plenty of card, still got plenty of glue. I'm still not going out because my foot, I can't walk at the moment. Well, I can sort of hobble. So I can't drive, I can't do anything else, so it gives me a little bit of time to build these things, doesn't it? Right, anyway, I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, thanks, the subscribers. I'm getting a few subscribers now. It must be as bad as lunatic as I am, I think. I thank you for subscribing. Okay. And thank you for watching. Alright, I'll see you next time. Alright.